Hello and welcome to the Wewealth Women podcast. My name is Athena Gardner, CPA, women's wealth advocate here, coming live to you today. Now, in this episode, what I want to talk about are things that every woman should know. So, what every woman must know. And as usual, I'll be talking about wealth, mindset, because the focus is to help you guys become the wealthy goddesses you deserve to be. So take a time to relax, chill. You can listen to me on the go or watch me on YouTube. But that is what we're discussing today. All right. So, what every woman must know. I've been gone for a while, but I am back, ladies, and I'm coming to you today to focus on what every woman must know. While I was on my break, I had a lot of revelations about womanhood. And as you know, the goal of We Wealth Women is to help you guys embody wealthy womanhood. And what does that look like? That looks like putting yourself first. That looks like being focused on your health and focused on, especially on your wealth. And why is that? Wealth is important for you to create, cultivate, and maintain because your wealth directly influences and impacts your quality of life. So you're saying, Athena, what do you mean by that? In practical terms, your wealth or the money that you have is going to help determine what zip code you live in, the type of house you can have, where you can afford to send your children to school, what you can afford to eat, the experiences you can engage in. Your wealth impacts all aspects of your life. What kind of doctors you can see, what kind of healthcare you can have. Okay. So, not to say that money is the only thing, right? Or is the most important thing, but it's very important. And I feel like we downplay the importance of having it. So, part of what every woman must know is that it is important for you to have access to money, to have access to the resources that you deserve to have. And oftentimes there's a lot of messaging that we receive as women growing up, depending on, even if you have a great family that has a wealth mindset and that has instilled a lot of that in you, society at large gives us messages that, in order to be a good woman, you're to be humble, you're to accept what people give you. You are to, even with wealth, like most images of wealthy women are either, and you guys can comment and let me know about this, are either women who aren't smart and are just beautiful and they have some rich guy, or women who are these like aggressive boss chicks that are like single and manless and unhappy. Like, we don't have a lot of positive images about a woman being wealthy and enjoying that. And also, if a woman is to command and require wealth, whether it's within her relationship, with the confines of her job, within the confines of her family, even, a lot of the times that woman will come across resistance or people being irritated or just not cooperative, because who are you to be demanding these things? You're a woman, you're supposed to be gifted these things, or you're to wait, or you're to hope, all these things. And And a lot of us end up doing that. A lot of us end up in that waiting game. A lot of us end up hoping and wishing and praying. But one of the things I want every woman to understand and what she must know is that the things that you want to cultivate in your life, the wealth that you deserve in your life to make dramatic transformation so you can have the experiences that you desire, you deserve. Those things for you need to become beyond hope. What do I mean by that? It shouldn't be up to hope or chance. What every woman must know is that she needs to plan for that. You need to have a plan for that. Why? Sometimes hope can be a double-edged sword in the sense of we're hoping and we're praying and we're not doing anything. And what I want for we wealth women, women who are embodying wealthy womanhood, is to know that we are not women who are just hoping and praying and waiting. We are women who are planning and executing and reaching our goals. And to put something as great as the well-being of your life, because wealth is very much tied to the well-being of your life, to put that in a space of just hope, well, it can lead to very, sad consequences. It could be very it can cause a lot of problems, and I don't want that for you. I don't want that for any woman that subscribes to that. So the first thing you must know is that every woman must plan. Every woman must plan. The other thing I want every woman to know is that everything you need, you already have within you. Everything you need, you already have within you. Why am I saying that? I'm saying that because the trap that we often, and I've been guilty of this, and I probably will somewhat be guilty of this, but this is something that I have worked on, and it will be a continual journey, and it's something that I feel like every woman must work on, is always thinking that the solution is outside of you. Always thinking that this the answers to the problems are outside of you. Even the answer to any kind of money issues or wealth issues, thinking that there's going to be this ultimate career or this partner or, this course or whatever it is. And while those things might actually end up helping you, it is going to be up to you to implement and to acquire those things and to implement the change or to see the benefit. So for example, if I'm in my career and I want to make more money, I'm going to have to do something. I'm going to have to either negotiate a higher salary, I'm going to have to find a higher paying job, I'm going to either have to upskill somehow to position myself to receive that money, right? Even if the plan is, okay, I'm just going to marry into wealth. Okay, I need to go and position myself, find where my future partner is, be a match to that, right? Even if, okay, I need to take a course and learn something. And by the way, if you guys are very much interested in signing up for membership or courses, I definitely do have that a wealth of resources available for you ladies. But I can teach all kind of things. It's still going to take you taking the time to go through the material, to embody it, and to implement it, right? So, no matter what solution you go and find that is outside of you or whatever the goal is, it's still gonna take you putting in the action. So you're not escaping yourself. And oftentimes when we're looking for solutions, we're either trying to, offload responsibility, or we're trying to escape ourselves. The escaping yourself thing is is not going to be it for you, dear. The escaping yourself thing, because there's no escaping yourself. You are part of that solution because ultimately you're still gonna have to do things. And every woman must know that. Every woman must know that. And even when it comes to wealth and finances, and I've done workshops on this, feel free to go on a website and look at that. But there is no point in a woman's lifetime or in a journey where her understanding her finances, her understanding her money, her understanding her wealth is not important. It is not important. I think the statistic is like at 98% of divorced or widowed women wish that they had more financial literacy or information before those things happen, which are high chances of things happening in a woman's life. Or even if you stay single, if you're single, you very much need to understand these things. And sometimes I feel like we get caught up in the aesthetics of things, in the what we desire, what we like to make us feel good. And I'm not saying, I'm definitely not saying not to take those things important, because they're a part of, you taking care of yourself as a woman and your emotions and all of that. But I think that we abandon ourselves in a way when we don't put in the effort to really create the wealth and abundance that we deserve, and which is creating and generating income, money, whether it's through your career or business. And then once you get the money, what do you do with it? How to manage it, how to use it as the tool and the resource that will support you, and how to take that money and create more abundance, which is what I'm trying to encourage you all to do, because you guys are all supposed to be wealthy goddesses living your best life, being fully supported by money in order to do so. And that is what I think a wealthy goddess is: a woman who is confident, competent, and really have a good grasp of her abundance and wealth. The most important thing is that this is something every woman can do. It is not outside of your reach. Any gifts, talents, skills that you have, lean into that and figure out how to monetize that. Figure out how to build a life that supports that. Figure out how to share those gifts, talents, and resources, and get a certificate of appreciation from people in the form of money, because your gifts, your talents, your skills are helping them. What every woman must know is that you don't need another self help book. You don't need another savior. You don't need another preacher. You don't need anything else outside of yourself in order to do what you need to do to build a life of wealth and abundance. What you need to do is to make a decision. What you need to do is to decide that your life is going to mean something, is to decide that you deserve wealth, joy, and happiness in your life, to decide that you are an abundant, beautiful being, and you are going to create a life that is fully supported with and supported by the wealth that you create and that you are capable of creating that wealth. That's what every woman must know and must decide. So, all right, I hope that this message was well received on what you must know as a woman. I feel free to subscribe to me on all platforms: TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and Apple, Google, Spotify, everywhere you listen to on your podcasts. I'm trying to create a community of women who embody wealthy womanhood and for us to fully step into our wealthy goddess era. And I think that this is the time now more so than ever for us to do that. Everywhere you look around, it's inflation. It is, people are struggling, and that struggle is moving on from being a silent struggle to very loud. And I think that we don't need to embody no struggle. I'm not into struggle at all. Anyone that follows me. So if you decide that you deserve the best, that you don't want to worry about if you can afford bread this week, or if you can afford to take the trip that you want, or if you want the experience that you're trying to have, if you're tired of having to, that financial overwhelm, right? Please join us. Please join us. Join the community. Sign up for the Wealth Notes, our newsletter at go.wewealthwomen.com, where you can be tapped into the resources and things that you need to do to make positive changes in your life and to become a wealthy goddess. All right. So until the next time, goddesses.